Hey yo, what's up everybody? I hope you're all out there having an absolutely marvelous day. Welcome into the channel or welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael and I'm here just doing Michael things. Before we dive into this video, I just want to take a moment to thank y'all for taking time out of your day and tuning into the channel. If you enjoy what y'all see, and I really hope that you do, please consider smashing that like button, leaving a comment, subscribing and sharing the content and channel. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell so y'all won't miss out on new uploaded content. It only takes a second for you to do, but it means the absolute world to me. So now, without further ado, let's get after it. And as you can see, in this video, there's another stack of top-loaded cards, which will indicate that this will be a continuation of going through my PC of Marvel trading cards. We are still on the letter H, and I will also be doing the letter I in this video, considering the last card for the letter H, I only have 2 of this character. So let's get into it. Alright, so here it is, the last character for the letter H. We have Howard the Duck. As you can see, this is a newer card, which means he is a newer addition to my PC. I had a bunch of his cards before from other sets. Well, I can't really say a bunch. But again, like I had stated in the previous video, seeing that some of these cards are missing makes me feel that I'm missing a binder or a box of cards somewhere of a bunch of characters that I thought I had in my PC. But anyway, this is from the 93. Jesus, not 93. 2022 Marvel Platinum set. And it's great artwork, great imagery, original artwork done just specifically for this card set. But there you go. Information there on the back. Base, Marvel Platinum, year. Little bit of information on Howard. So we'll set him right there. And since I only have one other card, this will be the last one for this character, and this one is from the 2023 Marvel Anime Volume 2. Again, great artwork, great imagery, definitely has that anime style and feel to it. Love the highlights, the lowlights, the shading, the color. It's just absolutely amazing artwork. And this is done by Sayaom. There's information there on the back. Again, even the anime sets had the artist's name on it. Every set should have the artist's name on it, regardless if it was a outside artist that was brought in to do a set like they have done in the past, or if it's just the image pulled straight from the comic book. That artist should have his name featured in the work. So there it is. Those are the only 2 cards that I could find right now in my PC. And as you can tell, they are newer, more recent additions to my PC. But, alright, there it is for the H. And we will go into the letter I. Starting off, first card for the letter I, we have the character card of Iceman. I have 1, 2 from the 1990 inaugural Marvel trading card set. This is the set that started it all for the comic book cards. Again, great artwork, great imagery. The card is centered damn near perfectly on both cards. I'm sure that they could be high graded numbered cards, but there you go. There's information there on the back. Both exactly the same. So there it is. Start right over there. On to the next. We have This one is of the Marvel 1991 Masters. Jesus. This is from the 1991 Marvel Universe set. Again, great artwork, great imagery. The image is centered damn near perfectly on the card. Got a lot of good detail in the character, plus in the background. And there's information there on the back. Alright, moving on to the next card, we have the 1992 Impel Series 1. Great artwork, great imagery. I wish they would have had more of the actual background image in the photo, but still, the way that it's presented, where it makes it look like the character's flying off or coming through whatever shape it may be, you know, like it's a portal opening up and they're flying through it, or in his case, sliding on ice through it for this image. There's your information there on the back. Mr. Bobby Drake. Alright, moving on to the next card. It is a team up from the same set. This is the 92 Marvel Impel set, the Series 1. Team up of Human Torch with Iceman. Which, it seems kind of, why would you have fire and ice together? But it worked. Briefly, the team up worked. There it is, great artwork and great imagery as well. Information there on the back. Alright, moving on to the next card. This one is also a 1992 Impel, but this one is the Jim Lee set. All the artwork done in this set was created by Jim Lee. This one was the first set to feature just one artist on the work. All the other ones there, as you can see, they are original artwork done by the comic book artists. So for the years that these were drawn, that artist also drew their images in the comic books, which I thought was absolutely phenomenal. That's badass. But yet, Jim Lee is also an artist that was working at Marvel at the time. So they allowed him to just draw all of them. And then they made a card set out of it, which is pretty dope. Pretty dope. There you go. There's information there on the back. And we will move on to the next card, which is the 1993 Skybox X-Men Series 2. Sorry, the card was a little crooked in there. Messing with my OCD. And now this artwork is the first year that they asked outside artists and also Marvel company artists to do artwork. But these pieces of art are not from comic books. They're just created for the trading card set. And there's information there on the back. Moving on to the next, I have two cards of the 1994 Marvel Masterpieces artwork done by Greg and Tim Hildebrandt. I have the base and I also have the artist's signature card. As you can see here, the base, the artwork is the development of Iceman through the years, the manifestation of his ever-growing mutant abilities. He keeps mutating more and more, being able, as he controls his powers more. Bobby has been able to create his appearance in multitudes. Like there's little clones of him, kind of like how Multiple Man was, if you know the character Multiple Man, which I do believe I will be featuring later on in my set when I get to the M's, of course. But he can create conscious variations of himself or clones, kind of like how Multiple Man does. And he can also regenerate. If he's like shattered in ice form, he can reaccumulate all those ice particles and come back to being one again, which I thought was pretty dope. But anyway, let's continue on. I got the gold foil on the logo across the name. Absolutely love this artwork. The Hildebrandt brothers did an absolutely amazing job on this masterpiece set. All right, there's the base card, and then as I stated, I have the gold foil signature series, which has Tim and Greg Hildebrandt's signatures there across the card. Information on the back is absolutely the same as the previous card. But again, absolutely phenomenal artwork and imagery. All right, moving on to the next card. This one is from the 94 Fleer Ultra. This is just the character card of Bobby, or Iceman. Again, non-comic book artwork, but phenomenal artwork and imagery. And then there's information there on the back. Pardon me a second while you read that. I gotta take a drink. I'm feeling a little hoarse in my throat, a little scratchy. All right, there we go. Moving on to the next card. This one also is from the 94 Fleer Ultra, but this one is of the original team photo. Back when he looked like a walking snowball fluff. You know, he goes from this to that, and that. You know, it just shows how his ability to control and manipulate his mutant power to whatever it is that he needs or wants to appear to be. All right, there's information there on the back. All right, moving on to the next card. This one is the 94 Flair Iceman. This is the formation of X Factor when he left the X-Men and became a member of X Factor. It's just weird how the original X-Men team left when the second gen of characters like Warpath, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Rogue, all joined Xavier's team to save the original X-Men team. I guess they felt slighted or what have you and left Xavier's school and then formed X Factor with the government. But again, great artwork, great imagery. I love how the prismatic color comes through the ice, through himself, and through the use of his powers. Makes it look way more realistic. And then there it is, the formation of X Factor. Information there on the back of the card. Alright, moving on to the next card. This is the 95 Fleer Marvel Annual, and again, as I had spoke about the progression of his abilities and how he's able to manipulate his appearance because he's got more control of his ever developing mutant power. Look at this image from the 95 Fleer Marvel Annual. This is definitely not the same Iceman from the OG days, not the same Iceman from the early years, and you can see the progression of his abilities through his just through his appearance alone. You can see There you go. There's information there on the back. Alright, moving on to the next card. This one is also from the 95 Flair Marvel Annual. This one is an insert subset of the Power Blast. This one is card 18 of 24, but this is definitely a CGI image. I'm not happy about it because they make him look like a different character in the Marvel Universe. And as soon as I show it, you're going to be like, yep, that looks like that character, not Iceman. But there it is. There's that textured foil there in the background. Absolutely love that foil. You see what other character I'm talking about, right? Yeah, he looks just like a muscular Silver Surfer. That doesn't look like Iceman. If that was not there, would you think that this was Iceman? No. For that, other than that look on his mouth, because Silver Surfer is quite reserved, quite solemn in his appearance and the way he presents himself. You don't see much anguish, anger, aggression unless he's in battle. But that looks like Silver Surfer. If I were to take that off the card, you would say that was Silver Surfer, a buff Silver Surfer, not Iceman. There's your information there on the back. Power Blast, card 18 of 24. Same image, except that this one has the textured foil on the background. And now, speaking of the progression, we are going to go backwards in images, but forward in cards. This one is the 95 Fleer Ultra Original Team of Iceman. And he's wearing boots for whatever reason. You can see it a little bit there in the image. He's wearing boots. I mean, come on. Why is he wearing boots? There's no reason for Iceman to be wearing boots. But anyway, great artwork, great imagery of the OG original team. John Romita Sr., the artist. Again, I love the fact that they have the artist's name on these cards. There's information there on the back as well. All right, moving on to the next card, which is also two of them, which is also from the 95 Fleer Ultra. This one is of the X-Men Gold Team, which again, the CGI, the way that they drew him, I mean, don't get me wrong, Boris Vallejo does a fantastic job in the artwork, but it looks like it's CGI'd Silver Surfer again. It looks like Silver Surfer instead of Iceman. But Boris Vallejo, artist name right there. Again, another great artist that I was super stoked to find out that he was going to be featured in some of the Marvel product. Considering the first time I ever seen or heard of Boris Vallejo, he was doing artwork for the Heavy Metal magazine, which I thought was absolutely phenomenal back in the day. Still not as great as now. The Heavy Metal magazines aren't as great as they used to be, but still pretty sweet nonetheless. All right, moving on to the next card. This is an insert subset of the 95 Fleer Ultra, which is the same set we just looked at. These ones are Sinister Observation. These are foiled, high-glossed, and embossed images of the characters. And as you see there, as I rotate, it's got the blue foil on the name, blue foil on the Sinister Observation. And then it's got the embossed high gloss foiling there across the character as well. Get you a better look at it right there. Again, like I said, this is one of the insert subsets, Sinister Observations of Iceman, done by absolutely one of my favorite artists, Julie Bell. She does an absolutely phenomenal job. I love her work inside and outside of the Marvel Universe. She's another one of those artists that I had discovered around the same time as this set came out. I don't know if she was prior or just shortly thereafter getting these cards, but nonetheless, absolutely phenomenal card. Great work. Great work. All right, next we have a 96 Fleer Ultra X-Men. Again, image looks like Silver Surfer. Again, don't get me wrong, I like the foiling, I like the embossing, I like the high gloss, but the image does not look like Iceman. But there's your information there on the back. All right, moving on to the next card. This one is an insert subset from that set, the Fleer Ultra X-Men. This is from the Haunted Mansions. Iceman as who you would think he would be, a snowman for Halloween. That's pretty sweet. Like the artistry, like the imagery, the foiling, the embossing, the high gloss. And there's your information there on the back. Iceman as the snowman. And as you can see, the image on the back of the card is the image from the set base card. But there you go. Moving on to the next card. This one is a quote-unquote color match from the 2023 Marvel Fleer Ultra Wolverine. This is a blue foil, which is also a numbered card of Iceman. As you can see, the blue foil there, the blue foil on the name, the Wolverine, excuse me, the Wolverine claw marks in the background, and the blue foil. That's why I say it's somewhat of a color match because of the blue high, medium, and low tones in the artwork. But there's information there on the back. This is card number 96 out of 181. Absolutely amazing. Love the artwork. Love the imagery. All right, let's move on to the next card, which is also from the Fleer Ultra Wolverine. This one is insert subset of Iceman's medallion. And again, it's got that textured high gloss foil on the back. Just because it's high gloss because it's foil and it's colored in the silver. But at least they didn't make him look like the Silver Surfer in this one. But a great card, great artwork, great imagery. And there's information there on the back. Alright, moving on to the next card. This one is a rainbow parallel from the 2023 Allegiance X-Men or Avengers vs. X-Men. It's a rainbow base of Iceman. As you can see, the rainbow foiling there in the background. Absolutely amazing. Look at the mutation of his appearance. Again, he's part of the time where he's, learning more about how he can control his powers and what he can do. And there's information there on the back. Rainbow. Non-numbered card. There you go. Move on to the next. We have 3 cards left for this character of Iceman. Next card is a 2023 Marvel Anime Volume 2. Great artwork, great imagery, absolutely phenomenal. Loving the highlights, the lowlights. The medium tones and the work is absolutely phenomenal. And if you didn't notice on any of the other cards, the background color pretty much matches the mid to dark tones of the artwork of the character. But there you go. There's information there on the back. Saya Om, the artist. Good looking card. I'm happy with it. All right, moving on to the next. This one is another one of those cards that I was telling you about earlier. That I believe I had the original from the 92 set, but I can't find it anywhere unless I overlooked it. But this one is the 2024 Marvel Masterpiece of the 92 Platinum set done by Joe Jusko. But then again, there's that foil, there's the embossing, the high gloss on the card. Sorry, I'm not trying to blind you guys with the light like that. I just want you to see the texture of the embossing and the foiling. Very, very high glossed image. There you go. There's your information now on the back. All right, moving on to the next and final card of this character and also of this video. This one is the 2025 Marvel Topps Chrome base. No refractor, no parallel, just the base. As you can see, it's got that high gloss chrome look to it. Artistry and imagery is absolutely amazing. There's your information there on the back. Well, that's it, everybody. That concludes this video. So as I wrap up another one, I just want to say thanks again for joining me today. I hope y'all enjoyed the showcase as much as I enjoyed presenting it to you. Y'all's support means everything to me, and it makes a world of difference, not only to me, but also to this channel. I greatly appreciate it, and I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for doing so. And before y'all go, take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and be kind to everyone everywhere you go, because what you put out returns to you 1,000-fold. So with that being said, I hope the rest of your day continues to be absolutely marvelous, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, y'all. Peace.